¿Qué miras?
My birth year of 1998 was one of the most notable years for video games. Zelda Ocarina of Time, Half-Life, Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil 2, Banjo-Kazooie, Crash 3, and F-Zero X. But without a doubt, one of the biggest releases was Tekken 3. Releasing in the arcades in March of 97, but not releasing on the PlayStation until March of 98 in Japan, April of 98 in North America, and September of 98 in Europe, Tekken 3 is not only considered one of the best PS1 titles and one of the best Tekken titles out there, but is often considered to be one of the best fighting games ever, if not one of the best games of all time. And that's not an exaggeration, seeing as this game sold 8 million units, being the 5th most sold game on the PS1, behind classics like Gran Turismo 1 and 2, and Final Fantasy 7 and 8. And just why is Tekken 3 considered one of the best titles in the series? Is it one of the best soundtracks in the series? The even smoother and more fluent gameplay? The return of game modes as well as newer ones? The new characters? The fantastic presentation? And great FMVs for the time? A combination of all those factors? Let's find out. 15 years has passed since the King of Iron Fist Tournament 2. Heihachi tossed Kazuya into a volcano after his defeat, and Heihachi launches the Tekken Force, a military force used to protect the Zaibatsu, and Heihachi actually obtains world peace. However, during a visit to Mexico, the Tekken Force discovers an ancient temple. Soon after, Heihachi finds out that the squadron has been wiped out by a being known as Ogre. Heihachi and the Tekken Force soon set out to capture Ogre to use it for their own personal gain. But they soon discover that numerous martial artists from around the world have died or gone missing due to Ogre's hand. Jun Kazama, after the events of Tekken 2, had been living a quiet life with her son, Jin Kazama, who was also Kazuya Mishima's son. However, Ogre attacks Jun and Jin, and when Jin tries to protect his mother, he's knocked unconscious by Ogre. Jin later awakens to find his home burnt down and his mother missing. Enraged, Jin completely gives in to the devil gene, giving him a marking on his arm. Jin goes to seek his grandfather Heihachi, asking for help in training him how to fight. Heihachi agrees and sends him to Mishima High, where he also meets classmate Ling Xiaoyu and her bodyguard Panda. 4 years later, Jin has mastered Mishima-style karate, and on Jin's 19th birthday, Heihachi announces the King of Iron Fist Tournament 3. Paul ends up victorious against Ogre and leaves the temple, unaware that Ogre transformed into True Ogre. Jin swoops in and defeats Ogre's true form, only to be blindsided by Heihachi and the Tekken Force with a shot to the head. Jin, however, is revived by the Devil Gene and takes out all the soldiers and smashes Heihachi through the wall before sprouting a set of wings and flying away. There's only a select few characters who return in Tekken 3. Anna, Paul, Heihachi, Nina, Yoshimitsu, and Lei. And technically Jack, except under the new model of Gunjack. However, we get a bunch of new characters who enter the fight, and some are either students or children of previous characters. There's Brian Fury, a cyborg ex-cop who is sent by Dr. Abel to kidnap a rival scientist, Dr. Boskanovich. Eddie Gordo, a capoeira student who is wanting revenge on Mishima Zaibatsu for the death of his parents and ruin of his family business. Forrest Law, the son of Marshall Law, who is entering the tournament of the prize money to help his father. Hwoarang, student of Beck, who is a rival to Jin, who enters the tournament to fight Jin and also stop Ogre from harming Beck. Jin Kazama, the son of Jun and Kazuya, who is getting revenge on Ogre for the supposed death of his mother. Julia Chang, the adopted daughter of Michelle, who sets out to rescue her mom from the Zaibatsu. King is this time taken over by an orphan and student under the original King's tutelage, after the original King was killed by Ogre. Kuma from this point on is the son of the original Kuma, after the original passed away from old age. Ling Xiaoyu, a Chinese martial artist and classmate of Jin, who is using the prize money to open her own amusement park. Mokujin, a 2,000-year-old wooden dummy, who is awakened by Ogre and uses mimicry to fight. Panda, Xiaoyu's pet and bodyguard, and Ogre, the ancient god of fighting reawakened by Heihachi. So once again we have 10 stages, except this time we have no sub-boss in stage 8. Instead you fight 8 random opponents, Heihachi on stage 9, and finally Ogre on stage 10. Tekken 3 is fundamentally the same as the previous, but the speed of this game and the physics are some of the best fighting game controls I've ever felt. The speed is so quick and so fluent, the controls feel incredible, getting up off the ground isn't delayed, moon physics are gone and jumps are more realistic, sidestepping attacks has been introduced to everyone instead of just being for Heihachi. The list goes on. I simply can't explain how incredible this feels to play. While the control would get better and better as the series went on, this is a fantastic evolution. Oh, did I forget to mention that there's some new game modes? Arcade, Time Attack, Survival, Team Battle, and Practice make a return, but there's 2 new additions. Tekken Force mode plays like a 3D beat 'em up, and honestly, this mode is a lot of fun. Pick your character, go through 4 stages, 3 of them with a character-specific stage boss, and finally Heihachi. Completing this mode gets you a key, and beating Tekken Force with 2 other characters gets you 1 extra stage against Dr. Boskanovich, the scientist hunted by Brian Fury and a friend of Yoshimitsu, and beating this slippery motherfucker allows you to play as him during the other modes. The other new addition is Tekken Ball. This is a volleyball-like minigame where the goal is to knock out the opponent using a ball by either letting the ball hit the floor or hitting them with the ball. This minigame is also a load of fun, especially with a friend. Beating the mode with all 3 ball types unlocks the last hidden character, Gon. Gon is actually the first time Tekken had a direct crossover with another franchise, that being the manga series for the same name. And honestly, I hate this character. He's unfun to play and has an annoyingly small hitbox because of his short stature. And you guys think Leroy and Falconrealm are cheap? Imagine if they were the size of a gnome. Presentation-wise, Tekken 3 is easily one of the greatest looking PS1 games. Models look really damn good. They look less blocky, the backgrounds are really visually distinct, everyone now has their own voice clips, and the FMVs are probably some of the best on the PS1 for the time. Now the music. Whew, this is simply one of the best soundtracks in the series. Top 3 for me easily. The arcade and console versions have so many incredible tracks. I think the console version is better simply because in the arcade version, Julia, Kuma, Gunjack, Brian, Mokujin, and Anna all shared one theme. And while it's not a bad theme, having these characters share one theme while everyone else had their own is pretty jarring. The console version gave everyone their own theme, and god damn it is amazing. The music in this game is full of electric guitar, techno, funk, rock genres. I think this is one of the most badass soundtracks in a fighting game, as much as I love games like Guilty Gear X2 and Street Fighter III Third Strike. I apologize if this music segment is going to take longer than the previous videos, but I just need to talk about how incredible this game's music is. I'm just going to show the console version music to save time, but anyway, some great examples of how great the soundtrack is are songs like Jin's theme, Lay's theme, King's theme, Hwoarang's theme, Nina's theme, Xiaoyu's theme, Heihachi's theme, Julia's theme, Gunjack's theme, Dr. Boskanovich's theme, Anna's theme, and of course, Ogre's theme. I can't get enough of this soundtrack, and we haven't even gotten to the greater soundtracks in the series, but this is in my top 20 soundtracks in gaming. I simply can't say enough how incredible Tekken 3 is to play. This is an absolutely incredible game. Seriously, if you haven't played Tekken 3, do so. If you have the PlayStation Classic, it comes with it. The arcade version is on Tekken 5's arcade history section, or if not, hunt down a copy physically, or emulate it if you want to. Just play this game in some way. This is one of the best Tekken titles out there, and it is justified as being labeled one of the greatest games of all time. And just think that we're only going to get better. I'm Payday, thanks for checking out this review, and I'll see you next time.